It has been almost a week since the release of the DLC to Granblue Fantasy Relink, Endless Ragnarock, and I'm here to give you my view on the new DLC and maybe some pointers if you were stuck, like me. I really enjoyed the main game, like many others, and now with the addition to the DLC we get 6 new characters, 3 new difficulties with Chaos, Chaos Plus and Plus Plus version, the new solo content Conflux, an extent to the masteries called the Master Traits with special abilities, and probably the most important thing, the new Transcendence. And I'll be honest, this game got way harder for me. Maybe because I didn't play it for a long time, or it might be for the fact that my maximum awakened Terminus weapon, plus 99, did as much damage as a water gun currently outside in the heat. Nothing. As a Cagliostro damage and support enjoyer, I felt great during the main game era. I had enough damage, my impeccable dodge was great, I had HP pool, even if I got hit I survived hits, but I lost all of these skills. And with the lack of damage now, surviving and beating the missions solo with NPCs became quite hard. I realized that the first quest actually unlocks you the Chaos difficulty and therefore the DLC and the access to everything else. For people that are getting back into the game or just bought the DLC and are rushing through the game, trying to get into the DLC, your biggest hurdle will be probably Scythion and Twain. Two things that might help, in my opinion, would be to learn the fight, learn the patterns of the fight, and try to dodge it. I know, it sounds easier, that's sometimes done, but that's the game. The endgame won't be any different. Second thing, upgrade your weapons, get sigils, and try to get your power level or HP pool just high enough so you can beat the content faster or survive more hits. And if you have trouble to do these two things that I just said, maybe just try to get into the open lobbies and pray that you get somebody who's over-leveled for this content already and carries you through this content. Because, and I'll be honest, I just barely missed always to kill this boss, but since I was streaming and I wanted to get into the DLC faster, I asked my friend Azaku to help me with that because he was already in there and had some quite upgraded stuff. Essentially, this is just a sneak peek for you for what's to come, and of course, once you have the DLC stuff unlocked, things get easier. And after this fight is the point where you get access to the new features like Mastery Traits and Summons. But still, even with the new features, the next missions that came were still hard, for me at least. I barely got them done, I have all on them C ratings. I have gotten only C ratings on them, so I was barely standing on my last leg with no potions left. The fights took 15 minutes with the damage that I had with Caglio and my gear at the time, and yeah, not just the damage was lacking, it was the survivability that was also lacking because I got one-shotted left and right. At some point I just realized that I ignored a feature, and I ignored it since I found the best weapon in the base game, the Terminus weapon. As I mentioned, I had it full upgraded, maximum awakened, plus 99, and the one thing that was the reason why I ignored Transcendence was because the Terminus weapon, you can't upgrade them. The only weapons that you could upgrade were the base weapons that you have already unlocked from the get-go in the base game. And my stupid brain, of course, thought, I will not need to look at the base game weapons or base level weapons, since they're weak. Barely any damage on them, and so on. And I haven't even upgraded them to plus 99. But then I checked what's happening when I transcended them. And some weapons suddenly got a spike of 3000 damage. And I was flabbergasted. And this is where it made click to me. And my new goal was to transcend basically all the weapons that I had, because the Transcendence also unlocked mastery points that I could spend on them, and they were just basically stronger. And the place to farm the first upgrades for the first 3 levels was also something that was easier to do. It was the solo dungeon, aka the Conflux. And in my opinion, Cygames did a very good job adding the Conflux to the game, because it got 2 things for me. First, it got me back into the game, getting used to fights, timings, dodge, movement, and the second thing is of course the upgrades for the Transcendent weapons. this makes it easier for people to just not worry about random people dying and having a bad time because somebody else is griefing your party or you are griefing your party. So this is the best place to get back into the game set and also upgrading your weapons. The first time I ran this, I was not quite sure how to read the table also at the end when you had your rewards to collect, because it was not quite easy to understand for me, but now I know what to look for, and the reward list actually tells you exactly what they are for. But what's helping me more to see what I need is the little box under the bottom right. It shows you exactly for which weapon the choice you're selecting is for. Did I need to transcend the materials for a crit weapon? Then it's gonna be highlighted. And since I picked the crit weapons, I had to look in this column, and it was highlighted with an icon on the right. And tada! I was able to upgrade my weapons. Of course, it took still a bit to farm all of the weapons to +3, but it was still easier than to just brute force my head against the chaos difficulty monsters and just die or barely made it. And with this, I am now, I think, a little bit further into the game. Still not halfway done, but I am enjoying it a lot. But now we are getting to a point that annoyed me from the DLC so far. It was that I was looking forward to play Frau. But I hesitated to unlock her via the crewman tickets because there was a big message popping up and saying, hey, you can unlock this character for free in the story, and you might get some information of the character that spoils you the story a bit. That was a slight hurdle for me, but after I finished like 6 or 7 quests, don't hang me for this please, I still didn't get her. And in the end, I must say, the trailer even told me more of her than what the game did when I unlocked her, so I'm still fine with the story. And I just didn't want to waste any more materials to upgrade a character that I didn't want to play anymore, so I just unlocked her with the crewman ticket. And for me this was a great decision, since after I unlocked Chaos Plus, I still didn't get her, meaning I wouldn't have unlocked her anyways so far. And now I have her in my roster and I do more damage, not because she has a busted kit, it's more of the build that I enjoy with her. And now she's the new main character I use for missions, and I have a big fun time. And with the transcended weapons, of course, I got an easier time to win the fights. And what I actually found for myself was a new sigil that's called the Great Aegis sigil. It was quite helpful with the build I did for her, since I essentially got over 250k HP. And during Link Burst I actually can even get myself a shield of over 99,999. My other NPC characters are actually quite squishy, so since they're in range they don't have to take face damage, so they can be a little more squishy. And with Throw, since I'm really up close and personal, I need some kind of buffer to, well, survive some hits if I screw up the dodge. But with this I finally got a way to beat the new difficulties. Last thing I wanna say, I really enjoy the game, and just because I solo the game currently for upgrades doesn't mean I won't play this with friends or with viewers. Maybe I would have had an easier time by playing with friends, but at the same time I like to challenge myself and figuring stuff out. That's why for the beginning I did stick to playing solo. So if you have a hard time, try play with your friends or with some randoms that hopefully don't die, or focus on the upgraded weapons and the conflicts. But anyways, have a great time in Granblue, like I do right now. I will be back with another video once I figured some new stuff out that might help you guys and helps in your grinds. And if you want to join my grind runs for materials or just want to hang out, join my live stream on twitch.tv/akumudezu and leave a follow here on YouTube to not miss our next video. Bye bye!